I never imagined RCB to start this strong, beating the last time winners in their opening match at their home turf, beating Chennai, who is again a stalwart, five times IPL winner on their home turf, which has never been done in the last 16 years. Right now, there are two guys who are shining time and again for Lucknow. One is Nicholas Pooran and another is Shardul Thakur, who is doing the major heavy lifting. Nobody performs like this when you have gone unsold and then have been brought back as a replacement, as an injury replacement. I think it's just pure Thakur thing, which he can pull off. 24-year guy
Oh
called
my
Vignesh
God.
Puthur
Yeah.
from Kerala. I think what a
Yeah.
debut he had.
This year, have you just noticed? I mean, I've started noticing it this year. I think the level has just gone even a bit higher than the last year because there is just no room
Right.
for error. 200 is the new 150. You're not comfortable defending a 200
Correct,
score
correct.
anymore. And every team is taking you to the clingers.
तो क्या लग रहा है?
धोनी कोहली तो सिर्फ नेम है।
करेक्ट। चलो फिर गेम दिखाते हैं।
Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of Cricket Castaway. I'm Divyansh and with me here is Nishant, and what a lovely good morning here is in Pune. The weather is very pleasant considering it was so hot last 2 weeks or so, but today the sun is not shining bright, but the weather is pleasant. It's a bit cloudy, but a perfect start to a weekend, a long weekend, in fact, because we have Eid holidays on Monday. So a perfect start to a long weekend with some interesting matches brewing up for these 3 days. So this is me excited about IPL all over again, and we will ask Nishant, how are you doing, and how is your day going till now?
Oh, I'm good. It's a start to a good, busy Saturday. The IPL has been great guns going in the first few weeks, and it has been really exciting. So that's great. Also, yeah, the weather here has started to warm up now, so that's Delhi for you. It's gonna happen. But yeah, I'm really excited to discuss this episode and what's happening in the IPL, and because yeah, the first few matches have been really,
Yes,
really good.
yes, yeah. Some twists and turns we saw, and the table toppers are not the usual suspects that we expect and that we discussed in our previous episodes. So yeah, we will go by the points table in this episode, see who's topping the charts and what their future
Yeah.
prospect looks like. So yeah, so let's start with the star of yesterday's game, Royal Challengers Bangalore. I think they just outshined Chennai in a way they have not done in a very, very long time because it broke
Since
since
2008.
2008. Yeah, since the first season of the IPL. It's the first time
Yeah.
that they have beaten Chennai on their home turf,
Yeah.
and it's a record for the
Yeah.
ages. And what a proud captain Rajat Patidar
Yeah.
must be with his own performance as well as the team's overall performance. So, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I didn't expect RCB to start this
Yes,
strong. This is a long tournament. While we were previewing the teams, I thought RCB just lacked a bit of firepower in the bowling department. But Yash Dayal has come up good, Hazelwood has come up good, and their batting is performing really well. So they did so against
yes,
Kolkata, and now against Chennai. To get a total of around 197 on that wicket, it's not easy. We have seen that over
Yes.
the years. Nobody fancies going to Chennai to bat. It's a sticky wicket, it's a greasy wicket. There's a lot of help for spinners. Noor did perform well, but I think RCB tackled all the situations really well. They've come out very, very good. Padikkal has also contributed in the middle, which is very important for them. And right now, in the first week of the season, I think RCB look fairly strong. And their only problem is that they don't really win at home. So now their coming matches will be at home, and see if they can win two in their home as well. Then that means that they will be firmly into the contention coming week 3 and 4. But right now, great start from RCB. I'm really
Yeah,
enjoying what they're
definitely
doing.
the emotions are same on my side as well, Nishant, because I never imagined RCB to start this strong, beating the last time winners in their opening match at their home turf on Eden Gardens, and then again beating Chennai, who is again a stalwart, five times IPL winner on their home turf, which has never been done in the last 16 years. So I think, yeah, that's a great start. They have stamped their authority on the away matches. Now it's time to see how they fare on their own home ground. Where if I remind you, the record is not so great because they are the only team who has not won more than half of the matches they have played at Chinnaswamy. But I think. Records are meant to be broken, just like they did against CSK. And if they are able to pull themselves together on a wicket like Chinnaswamy and able to manage at least 70-80% wins of all the matches, I think this is going to be a great season for RCB. So yeah, good signs starting on.
Yeah, it's boding really well for them because Phil Salt is very good buy for them, and he has been showing signs that he would be a big player for them in the coming weeks and months. But so that has given Virat Kohli some kind of a freedom to bat the way that he wants to bat, and then after that, Padikkal was a key, as I said, and in the last match, Padikkal showed in that middle order that he can up the ante if he can play these similar kinds of knock in there 15-20 balls 30 runs. If he keeps doing that throughout the IPL, I think nobody expects him to score a big 100 or something. It's just that filler role of a 15-20 ball 30, if he can keep contributing that, they're gold. And then you have Rajat Patidar, who yesterday did get a lot of good luck
Yes.
on his side. Chennai dropped his catches time and time again. In another match it won't happen, but he's showing intent and he's showing that he can score the runs as well. So their top four looks really solid, and after that you have Jitesh and Tim David, who would take the bowlers to the clingers. So they're looking very powerful. Their bowling has so far surprised me in a bit. That on Chennai they were the better bowling side than Chennai, which rarely happens. So yeah, Krunal Pandya, I don't really see him still as as a spinner who can take the mantle on himself and bring wickets in the
Yeah.
middle order. But for the first two games, he has performed really well. So he has been providing them what they're asking him to, and that makes a lot of difference. And RCB look, yeah,
Yeah,
really strong.
definitely in the bowling department, they are making it up in whatever way they can. Yash Dayal is looking good, and as always, Josh Hazelwood has given them good starts so far. And now they have Bhuvi also in their arsenal, who is fit and back again. And I think he bowled decently well in this match. So wherever there is some movement on offer initially. I think Bhuvi is going to be effective as ever. So I think, yeah, they are pretty decent on their pace bowling. It's just their spin bowling. They have a bowler who is more on the defensive side, who is more accustomed to containing runs, and uh, and another one is a part timer. So I think, yeah, there is some scope of improvement in spin department, but I think. when you play seven of your
Yeah.
matches on Chinnaswamy, where anyways bowlers go for runs. So I think they can do with
Yeah.
this.
See, I think that's their idea
Yes,
of bringing in
yes,
Krunal as well, because what they want is they only want to contain at
yes,
Chinnaswamy, and that Krunal is very good at. So he will take care of that. My problem with them was what are they gonna do on a turning wicket when Krunal probably lacks a bit of skill set to take those wickets, which Chahal would take for you. But yeah, but it's a long season. The start has been very good for RCB. The bowling lineup has come to the party, which is why because their batting always is there. So which is why they're sitting pretty on the top with a very very good run rate of 2.26, which is gonna help them in the future as well. So yeah, all things good for RCB, and the fans would be like really really pumped up for the season coming ahead, because if RCB do end up winning this 18th one for Virat, it would be
yeah,
crazy.
definitely. So on that note, moving on to the team number two, who is right now at number two on the table, which is Lucknow Super Giants, your favorite team. Although without the ammunition, the pace ammunition, that we were hoping for, but still, they are showing their class and they are showing that they are not short of potential, and reaching the playoffs in their first season was not a fluke. This team does have that talent, and
Yeah,
what a close matches that they have had. I think even against Delhi they were almost there. It's just in the
yeah,
finishing
yeah,
moments they couldn't keep up with the pressure. Otherwise, it could have been them as the table toppers as well. But yeah, a promising show from
yeah,
Lucknow. What
yeah.
what would you say?
I think exactly as you said, they should have been the table toppers. Apart from that freak inning from Ashutosh, where any team, I think on that day when they come up against Ashutosh, and we'll see it. This was not the first time we were seeing it, and we'll see it over and over again in the IPL this season. That Ashutosh will just kill a few teams. He's just very, very good in those situations. Having said that, if you look at how depleted their bowling squad is, we were kind of expecting them not to be that great with the ball, and it showed in the first match, the inexperience there, though they dragged the match
Yes.
really close. And in the second match against Hyderabad, we too were talking about, and it looked like with that kind of a bowling lineup, probably 300 was on the cards. And as Sunrisers are not gonna do any favors on you, but they bowled well. They contained Sunrisers. At this point of time, anything that is not 280 for me is containing Sunrisers. So they did that pretty well. And once they do that, their batting is very strong. We discussed that in the preview as well. I really like their batting. It's just full of power. And Nicholas Pooran for me is simply the best T20 batter going around. There is nobody like him. So that was always there. They have managed to come to the second spot probably after today's game. If Punjab wins, probably they topple Lucknow and go to the first spot. But as of now, I think Lucknow look really strong, and Avesh Khan coming back is a good news for them. They would need Mayank to come back and Akashdeep to come back as soon as
Yes.
possible, because that is when. So second half, I'm really expecting Lucknow to be very strong when all of these guys are back. But as of now, again, a really good start from them, and a
Yeah,
convincing one
even
at
with a
that.
depleted bowling side, if they can manage to pull this kind of performance, I think they are a serious contenders for the top four because yeah, right now there are two guys who are shining time and again for Lucknow. One is Nicholas Pooran and another is Shardul Thakur, who is doing the
What a story that
major
has
heavy
been!
lifting from the
Oh my
bowling side.
God, take he's taken
Two
6 wickets
matches,
in 2 games, and he wasn't even part of the squad coming into the
right?
IPL. I mean, what is Lord Thakur doing here? Nobody can
Definitely,
understand.
it's like he has some rub of the luck from somewhere because Nobody performs like this when you have gone unsold and then have been brought back as a replacement, as an injury replacement. I think it's just pure Thakur thing which he can pull off.
If he's already taken 6 wickets. If he takes only 4 wickets in the remaining of Lucknow's matches, he would still have 10 wickets in the season, which would be a good return for a
Yes, and
Shardul.
he's providing handy contributions in the lower order with bat
Yeah,
as well. So those quick 15-20 runs, and
yeah.
if you can take 10-12 wickets throughout the tournament, I think yeah, that's a great replacement. I think even Mohsin Khan would be proud of that kind of performance. So yeah, a great
Yeah,
comeback from Lucknow's perspective.
yeah. What do you think about Nicholas Puran? I mean, we are coming short of words, but the way he demolished that Hyderabad lineup, I mean, 29 balls, 70, that's crazy coming at number
Yeah,
three.
that's like unbelievable. Even so, I have
He finished
yeah
the game off
yeah.
himself.
Even I have not seen like probably Surya might have played some innings like that, but the with the consistency that Nicholas Puran is doing it, I think it's amazing. And it's not just that he's performing in the IPL only; he's doing this kind of performance
He's performing
across the
everywhere.
world, all the
Yeah.
T20 leagues. So.
He has to be the first name in any World 11 side that you're creating right now. He's very,
Definitely. And
very
being a
good.
wicket-keeper batsman, it gives him an edge. And yeah, he would be in the dream team for any country, any IPL league. So just a gem of a player, and he's on his peak form right now. Like these last 2 years, Nicholas Puran is the man to watch out for.
Do you think Lucknow would be a bit concerned by the form of Markram? He hasn't really been performing, and he hasn't performed last year as well in the
Yes.
IPL. So he performs everywhere else. It's just in the IPL
Yeah, I
that he
think he
doesn't.
has gone unnoticed because of the super form that Hyderabad showed last year. Because it was packed with firepower all around him. But yeah, I think in Lucknow, definitely he needs to put his hand up because there would be a day where a few wickets will fall in a match, and he would have to stabilize the innings. And this is the kind of role that he has been picked for, like to consolidate, to hold the middle order, and let the you can say let the more attacking batsmen play around him as he channels the consolidation phase.
Yeah, so even I was thinking the same thing. I think they do need Markram, uh, but uh, I haven't seen. To be honest, to Lucknow, they've shown a great form in the first 2 games, but I haven't seen even Mitch Marsh playing this consistently in the IPL as he has in the first 2 games. So there would be a dip coming, but it looks like that because Mitch Marsh is not allowed to bowl, it has freed him and made him focus more on probably just his batting side of the game. And he has been taking his time early on, but he's always got those big shots. And him and Puran perfectly complement each other when they're out there in the middle. So that's again a very, very good sign for Lucknow going forward if Mitch Marsh looks in form. I want to know your views about March as well. And also, for me, I think Rishabh is just a bit confused in that lineup. He is not able to figure
Yes.
out what he's supposed to do because there is a flashy guy like Puran who is just winning hearts everywhere, and that is a concern. And then he's coming in the middle order, and after him, there is not a lot of power there. So he is the one to do a kind of job that he's not used to. So I'm just finding Rishabh a bit
Yeah,
confused
I
in that
think
lineup.
there is a lack of role clarity for these two guys, Aiden Markram and Rishabh Pant. Probably, if Rishabh Pant's idea is to go hard from the start, I think he should open with Mitch Marsh, and probably he can swap places with Aiden Markram because, anyways, Markram is not doing well
Yeah.
in the opening slot, and if his role is to hold the middle order throughout the innings, I think he can do it better from lower down the order. And I think you can go all guns blazing at the top with Mitch Marsh and Rishabh Pant. Probably this will give more freedom, more role clarity to Rishabh Pant that my task is to attack only. and then probably he can play more freely. And I think that role clarity definitely needs to come in real fast, because this tournament is so dynamic that
Yeah,
if you keep thinking for a couple of matches, you are already way behind in the
yeah.
race. So I think, yeah, that discussion needs to happen.
And Mr.
Yeah.
Goenka isn't really someone who takes
Yeah,
freeloaders
he's
around. We have seen that
he's
time and time
not a
again.
forgiving owner, and he gives an earful to the
Yeah,
captains as soon as the match gets over, or
yeah,
even in the middle of the match. So
yeah. He's always
he's
in the
always there.
ground. After the match, he's always on the ground.
So
Yeah,
probably Rishabh Pant would not like to hear that from
yeah.
someone like Goenka. He can just strategize around this with the coach, and then they can just go on and implement this.
Yeah, so I think for Lucknow, they've had a really good start, but we will see the full potential of the side when the bowling attack is finally back and assembled. But yeah, overall, good start. So moving on to Punjab. Uh, Punjab was a side which I remember you and me both were very confused about when we were previewing this year's IPL, because they look really power packed and really strong. Uh, but we thought that their all-round ability was probably slightly missing, which is why we didn't really think they will do this well. They've only played one game, but what a knock by Shreyas Iyer in
Yes,
that one. And if he is leading from the front, we have seen him right throughout this year that he carries his form through a tournament.
definitely.
And if that happens, I wouldn't be surprised if Shreyas Iyer is the leading run scorer of this IPL come the end of it, because that pairing of Ponting and Shreyas, it's working really well as far as the
Yeah,
first
they
match
really do click
goes.
together, and Ponting and Shreyas has done well for Delhi as well, taking them into the playoffs when Shreyas was captain. So I think they really, the coaching style of Ponting really suits Shreyas Iyer, and they have a good tuning off the field as well. So I think this combination can do wonders for Punjab. There is just one specific thing. I think, how long are they going to carry Maxwell in this tournament? Because as far as I am concerned, Maxwell is it's not working out for him in the IPL, and
Yeah,
probably it can be his last IPL as well if he does not improve.
yeah. No, I don't think. I think now we have come to a point with Maxwell that there's a lot of hype. The only last good inning that I remember of him was probably the
Yes,
greatest one-day inning of all time, where he scored that 200 against Afghanistan. After that, I don't remember any great inning from Maxwell. And even before that, then they were few and far in between. When he actually clicks, he's supremely good. We all know that, but the consistency is just not there. So he needs to, yeah, as you rightly said, pick up. There's Marcos Stoinis. A lot of responsibility will come on him as well, because Shreyas is not going to perform in every match. Uh, but good signs for them that both Shreyas and Ashutosh, they look so good, and that's something that they will take pride in.
yeah, definitely. And yeah, apart from that, I think Punjab is looking good. It's a promising team, and probably if they continue with the good form of Shreyas Iyer, and they have guys like Arshdeep as well. So I think it's a good team who can make it to the top four, but
Yeah,
it's pretty early to predict, because it's just the starting of the tournament. It's been only 1 week,
yeah, that's
but yeah,
yeah.
the signs.
Yeah, so they've only like played one game, but yeah, in that game, to score a 243 against Gujarat, which is a I think Gujarat is a better bowling lineup than a batting lineup. So Gujarat has a very good bowling attack in my opinion. So against them to get that 243, I think it was a very good performance by Punjab. But then again, Gujarat, they didn't start that well, and still they managed to get that
Yes.
232, which would be a concern for Punjab, which we had been highlighting, which is we will see them over the next few matches. But I think just that it's their bowling, which still, though there is Chahal and he would do his bits, but he can only bowl 4 overs. So after that, I think Punjab will have a slight concern with their bowling, but so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good, and they're looking good. They have Marco Jensen as well, but Marco Jensen has always been on the expensive side in the T20, so they have to just slightly take care of that thing that when they are defending a total, they should not leak that kind of those kind of runs because in the last match he took
Yeah,
one wicket for 44 in 4 overs, so going at 11 runs
yeah,
per over. I think 7 or 8 is acceptable in T20 format, but going at 11, it's quite too high. So they have to take care of that.
yeah. Yeah, I think if Punjab needs to qualify, Ashutosh and Shreyas will need to have a good season, but Arshdeep and Chahal will have to have equally good seasons as Ashutosh and Shreyas because those are the 8 overs which I can completely bank upon and say that these 8 overs would be fine, and then the team can bowl around
Yeah.
them. If that happens over the course of the season, Punjab would be in a healthy state, which I still have my doubts on
Yeah,
that.
definitely. But yeah, Shashank Singh has played a gem of a innings in this. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah. These
Shashank.
two
Sorry,
guys,
Ashutosh.
like
Yeah,
Shashank and Ashutosh, these were the find of last year's
yeah,
tournament,
yeah,
and any team would be
yeah.
happy to have them lower down the order. So I think yes, yes, this is a good looking.
He didn't let Shreyas reach his 100,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. There were and it's not like that he couldn't capitalize the chance he got. He scored like
Yeah.
16, 20 runs in the last over as well. So
Yeah, yeah, that's the worst part. So that's what
yeah,
Shreyas would be thinking. He can't even say anything because he got 21 of
yeah.
that
So
last
you
over.
can't complain.
But I think Shreyas was equally capable of getting those 21. It's just that he missed out on his
Yeah.
100, yeah, which would have been a landmark achievement for him. He's never really got a
And
100 in
I
IPL.
think it could have been a record of its own, a new captain in its opening match,
Yeah,
especially for Punjab
yeah,
scoring 100. I don't think this has happened ever in the IPL history. So
yeah,
this
yeah,
would have been a hell of a record to break. But yeah, it's
yeah,
it's not when it's
yeah.
not meant to be, it's not meant to be. So moving on to the next team
So
that we have here is Delhi Capitals. What a wonderful chase they did against Lucknow, and that was a hell of a first match to have, and just winning it by one wicket. I think it was an awesome performance with the brilliance of Ashutosh and also contributions from the top order. So I think yeah, guys like Faf. So what do you say about that?
I loved this game. I think this was the best game of the past week. It was just so entertaining. There was no way Delhi had no right, if you ask me, to come and win this one. There was just no point in them. They didn't have a great start. Uh, so how they then went on to score those 209 runs is a thing of beauty. Again, I'd say Ashutosh has not just done this to Lucknow. Ashutosh will do it to a lot more
Yeah,
teams in the coming days. I thought if Delhi had to chase this score, Fraser McGurk had to score a lot of runs and Faf had to score a lot of runs, but they just lost so many wickets that it looked fairly impossible. But yeah, again, a great game. I don't think Lucknow could have done anything better in this one because they simply didn't have the
yes,
tools
yes,
to do that. I thought, and I thought Ashutosh took advantage of it that Lucknow didn't have the bowlers that they were
right.
expected to have. But you can only play the bowler in front of you, and Ashutosh did that very well. And I'm really looking forward to see him live on the ground because I'm turning into
Yeah,
a
he
fan.
he has got
Yeah.
he got very good support from Tristan Stubbs as well as the young guy Vipraj Nigam. I think nobody has even heard of him. And playing at a strike rate of 260, he just played a blinder of a knock
Yeah.
with Ashutosh because Ashutosh needed someone to fire from the other end as well because he just scored 40 odd runs on
Yeah.
15 balls. So what a
Yeah.
what a great innings.
Yeah.
So I think they fully capitalized.
Yeah. See, when Stubbs was playing, Ashutosh had only just joined. So I thought in that situation that Stubbs would probably have a good batting performance. But even if he does, it would be too much for him to take Delhi home. So in no point that I don't think even till the 90th over I actually thought that Delhi could win
Yes.
this one. It's only in the last over that I thought that now Delhi can win this one. So Stubbs for me had a good batting performance, but as you rightly said, it was Vipraj Nigam who nobody has heard of, who turned the game on his its head. I mean, he just came and started bashing. And that point of time, Ashutosh wasn't really playing that fast. He was, I think, 10 or 11 of
So,
9, 10 balls. So he
yeah.
was batting
So
at
the
runner ball at
pacing
that
of
point of time.
Ashutosh's
And
innings is an enigma in itself because he was
yeah,
20 on 20, and in the next 11 balls he
yeah,
scored 46 runs. I mean more than 400,
yeah,
playing with a strike rate of 400 in the last 11 balls. I think it's the kind of thing that guys like only Shashank Singh, Jitesh Sharma, or an Ashutosh can pull off. But Vipraj
yeah.
was equally brilliant. I think who would have thought a 20-year-old guy
He
in
changed the
his
game.
he
He
changed the
changed the
game.
game
Yeah,
for
yeah.
them. Yeah,
Because despite Ashutosh scoring 66 on 31, it needed a backing from the other side as well, someone to score at more than 200 strike rate, and he simply did
yeah,
that. So yeah, a great performance.
yeah. So again, for Delhi as well, it's just the first match that we have seen. So I would reserve my
Yeah,
judgment for them. Though I really want them to perform well because then it's a better city here. But that the way that Vipraj has batted, it's probably given them a lot of confidence because now they know that they have two players, and if Vipraj can do it in two or three more
yes,
games in the coming 5 or 6, then they would have that confidence that Ashutosh and Vipraj can finish the games on their own and they can up
right.
the ante. At the top, they have Akshar who is there, and they have Faf who is there. So that's good for them. So now they want Jake Fraser Magark and Abhishek Porel to show some kind of form. But even if they do small contributions, I think the team batting wise has more than enough to take any opposition. Again, it's for me. It's again their bowling, which I'm still a bit
Yes.
skeptical of. Let's see how that shapes up in the coming days. But for now, I think this was the best game of the week, as I said, and Delhi looked
Yeah,
really
definitely.
exciting.
And it's just that I have only one concern, how good Samir Rizvi can turn out to be at three down. I think that's not his natural
Yeah,
place, and they are probably just giving him a chance to show his talent. But I
yeah,
think Samir Rizvi is more of a finisher,
yeah.
not suitable at number five
But
or three down.
if you remember when KP came to the broadcast while the match was going on, and he looked really excited about Samir, and then Samir got out the next delivery, so he was visibly pissed off. But he looked really excited about Samir. So there's something going about this kid.
Yeah,
That's why Chennai even brought him in the last IPL. So there is something. Let's see, because we haven't really seen him play even in last year
correct.
or this year. It was just one or two odd innings last year, and now this match. Let's see how he goes. But yeah, for now, all good,
Sure.
I guess.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we have to watch out like how he performs in the
Yeah,
upcoming matches and
yeah,
then make an opinion of himself. So yeah, that's
yeah,
Delhi for us. Moving on to the next team who we did not expect to be at number five after playing two matches, which is Sunrisers Hyderabad. I think
the Baba
the Baba
Yagas.
Yagas have slightly lost momentum, and in the last match they did not look like themselves. But I think even with their failure, they were able to achieve 190. So that's the team we have got here. So and these kind of failures will be rare and few in between. So I think we can expect
Yeah,
again a blast from them in the next game. What
yeah,
do you have to say?
yeah. I think the teams around Sunrisers should be very scared of Sunrisers because, as you rightly said, on a day off, this team is getting 190. I mean, we have seen Chennai yesterday, and on an off day, Chennai can be
Yeah,
really bad. But this team on an off day, they are scoring the big runs. And On their best day, as you said, they will score a 300. But even on a day where some things are going for them batting wise, they will always cross
Yes,
200. And that means that this is a very so the table right now they are at fifth, but that doesn't really mean anything because it's just two games. But over the course of the season, I think this will again be this year the most exciting team to watch simply because of the batting potential that they have. And I'd say it again, the bringing in of Ishan Kishan has been a masterstroke, though he got out for a duck last time in the last game. But we will have a lot of good innings to watch from this
yeah,
side.
definitely.
Yeah,
And their next match is against Delhi Capitals in Vizag, which is a pure batsman pitch. I think there we will again see that firepower come into action. And yeah, it
yeah. I'm a bit scared for Delhi. I'm a bit scared for Delhi, as I said that their bowling lineup isn't for me the strongest in the league. So they're coming up against the Sunrisers. But as Lucknow proved, even with a limited bowling lineup, if you apply yourself, you can get something out of this team. So that is the belief that Delhi would be taking for
yes.
this game. But Sunrisers for me go in strong favorites, and I think they would easily win this game if their top three perform. There's nobody like them in
Definitely.
this
And
league.
it's a kind of a team if they are playing first, so then you are anyways starting on the back foot because they are going to score
Yeah,
anyhow in excess of 200, and then the asking
yeah,
rate from the ball one is
yeah,
10 plus. So
yeah,
that's a different kind of a
yeah.
pressure altogether.
and and that's what we started seeing last year as well, right? So teams were just not putting Sunrisers to bat first. They had decided that whatever happens, we will
Yes,
bat first and put the score, because then there is at least some scoreboard pressure on the Sunrisers batter. Because if they're batting first and their power play turns out to be good, which it
yes.
usually does, they tend to increase their momentum
Right.
after the power play. It's not like the power play is the
Correct,
strongest,
correct.
so they keep increasing their run rate, which is really
Yeah,
threatening.
that's the thing I think I am most amused about, because if they are scoring a 90 in their first 6 overs, again in the middle overs they will score in excess of 100, and then they will finish with a
Yeah,
strong last 5 overs. So that
yeah.
really takes them.
So in this last game where they scored 286, right? In the last game, that the first match that they
It
played.
was 260
So
plus, uh,
yeah, it was 276 or
286.
286.
Yes, it was
So that's what
286.
they scored. Yeah. So in that game, I clearly remember. So Hyderabad had reached 200 at 16 overs and a few balls. So in the next 4 overs, they scored those 86 runs, and they were the second highest to reach 200 in the 16 plus 16th over or something. And in yesterday's game that Lucknow had played, where Puran was going berserk against Hyderabad themselves, Lucknow also reached a 200 score at 16th over. So I think at this point of time, Lucknow probably is the only team with the proven firepower because of Nicholas Puran and Mitch Marsh, who can actually take on Hyderabad hell for leather, batting for batting. I think there's nobody else on their good day can catch up with
Right, right.
Hyderabad.
That's very true. Because they have Mitch Marsh, they have Nicholas Puran, and if Rishabh Pant also fires, then they have the
Yeah,
like for like answer for this misery that occurs for the bowler on the ground. So I think yeah, on their own day, yeah, they can give equal. They can face Sunrisers on equal footing, and they can definitely, if luck favors, they can also win against
yeah,
them, chasing a huge total.
yeah. Because Sunrisers this year has tremendously increased their bowling capacity. They're with the coming in of Shami. Now they have somebody equally good as Pat Cummins in the pace department, and with Zampa coming in, so they've really gotten that spin aspect sorted as well. So I think overall, I think Sunrisers come the few matches have passed. The teams have played 5, 6, 7 matches. Sunrisers will be sitting right at the top,
Yeah,
no
and now they
problem.
have a death bowling of Harshal Patel as well. So anyhow he has a knack of picking up wickets. Even if he is going for runs, somehow he will pick up 1 or 2 wickets in an accelerating phase of the opposition. So yeah, that's a useful bowler to have.
Yeah, let's move on to
Yeah,
KKR then. Again, 1-1, lost one. Uh, Lost against a very good RCB team who were sitting right at the top, and one against
yeah.
Rajasthan who were sitting right at the bottom, and we haven't seen them play this bad for a long, long time. Uh, Based on that, I cannot right now predict where Kolkata stand because they've lost the game that they were supposed to lose and they've probably won that game where they were supposed to win. What are your thoughts on Kolkata? I'm really
Yeah,
confused about them.
definitely. It's a side, same like Chennai, they would have never expected to lose to RCB their first game on their home ground because the conditions were more favorable to them. But I think, yeah, the bowling department is still feeling a giant hole in terms of Mitchell Stark, and they have done some tweaks also. Like Harshit Rana is not opening the bowling. They are going with Vaibhav Arora, and also guys like Chakravarti have also gone for some runs. So I think probably it's just a fine tuning that they need in their bowling department. But yeah, definitely they are feeling the firepower of Mitch Stark and also the calm head of Shreyas Iyer in the middle order because he has played
Yeah,
some matured knocks in difficult situations for KKR. So I
yeah,
think, yeah, slight adjustment they are going through. But I think if Quinton de Kock, like if he has regained his form, playing a knock of 97 in the last match, and if he can continue this, I think they can go on with their own template. If Sunil Narayan also becomes fit in the next match, and Quinton de Kock also fires, I think they are covered from the batting perspective. And I think in the bowling also they will come back. Like Vaibhav and Harshit Rana has the potential to take over the pace, and I think Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan just will definitely uh, come to the party also as this tournament progresses. So I don't see any real concerns here. It's just that this side is just getting warmed up. They are looking a bit raw as they have started in this tournament, but I think as they go further in the tournament, this side will definitely come up in the table.
yeah. I think one disappointment with every year is with KKR is that they're not using Rinku
Yes.
well enough. I think you cannot have a player like him and not bat him in that number three or number four spot because he's just very good. And they're not giving him enough deliveries to ball. They didn't have much use of him either in the second game against Royals because QDK, as you said, did the job himself. They would need their players. I'm still a bit skeptical about the batting form of Russell. Let's see where he fits. We have seen that Moin has come in for Narayan when Narayan was injured, but with the bat, Moin struggled a lot
Yes.
more. With the ball, he did
Right.
really well, so he got his wickets, which we would expect Narayan as well to get. But with the bat, he was not up to the mark. So a fair bit of concerns for me, but yeah, I think they on paper they have the team that should be able to take care of these things. It's just that how it happens and unfolds on the ground. But yeah, I think Ajinkya Rahane as a captain has been good, and we didn't have any doubts
Yes.
about it because he is actually a very good captain, and he's batting probably the way that we expected him to with a strike rate of around 140 to 150. So yeah, that's good, but I'd have to have a closer watch at them to figure out where they stand. I'm just a bit unsure about them at
Yeah,
this point.
definitely same thoughts here. I think they have been a bit scratchy, but I think they can find their way. They have enough experience and they have the players to back the performance up. But we have to see how far it goes. moving on to the next team, Chennai Super Kings. I think they started really well against Mumbai. It was the you can say that set template that has been for both the teams since last so many years, like Mumbai losing against Chennai in Chepauk, and uh, Mumbai, as always, loses their first game anyhow. So it was a good start for Chennai, but I think even in that match, the lack of the batting concerns were on the display for Chennai, because the way Deepak Hooda is throwing his wicket, I think it's the most you can say vulnerable wicket or vulnerable player in the overall Chennai lineup. I think Deepak Hooda is not in a good form. He's short on confidence as well, which we saw in the yesterday's match as well. Like he dropped Rajat Patidar, and it was a simple catch to take from IPL standards. And I think, yeah, if he's not even bowling those few overs that he's known for, I think what is he doing there? I'm not very sure. I think they just wanted an Indian batter, and they thought an all-rounder would be good. But I think if this kind of form goes on, I think they need to think about uh, someone else to replace him.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't been the greatest fan of Huda for the longest time. He was in Lucknow. I saw him very closely. There were few innings here and there which I can remember, but no, I wasn't really impressed with Huda in the middle order when he was batting for Lucknow. I think the same, he was very, very bad last year, particularly. I think the same form is carrying forward to Chennai. But for me, Chennai have a lot more problems to solve than Deepak Huda, because if Rahul Tripathi isn't giving you runs at the top, then there is no place for him as well in the side. Rachin Ravindra isn't your 180 strike rate batter. He's more of your 130, 140 strike rate
Yes,
batter. So you're probably just losing out a lot of impetus in the power play if you're opening with Rahul Tripathi and Rachin Ravindra. You can't rely Rituraj to give you big runs every game, though he inevitably does so. We haven't talked since yesterday about the game, but I'm really surprised that Dhoni came on at the
yeah,
ninth spot. I mean, when the game was just done and dusted, he should have come before Jadeja to keep Jadeja and Ashwin
right,
behind. Doesn't matter if 10 overs were left or 11 overs were left. If you can score a 30 odd in a 16 ball, do it when you still have a chance to win this match. I thought Chennai had just no mindset to win this game, which is the thing which is more
right.
concerning for me, because this is very unlike Chennai. I have never seen Chennai to give up tools after 6 or 7 overs of the match have completed. And in last 13 overs, there was just nothing
Yeah,
left
I
for
think
using.
probably they are missing Devon Conway a hell lot of now.
But he's not in good form himself. He has been dropped from the
Yeah,
New Zealand side. He's not going to come up and do a miracle. You'll have to find solutions from within, and Dhoni needs to promote himself. He wants to, if he wants to be part of
yes,
this team. Otherwise, as you rightly said, Conway comes in. Conway keeps. Dhoni might still be the best keeper in this league, but with that kind of a potential sitting in the background, when you can hit those sixes, Shivam Dubey hit the only six before
yes.
Dhoni. So I mean, he needs to
Yeah,
contribute. It's
definitely. He needs to
fair and
think
simple.
about it. He needs to come up a bit higher, at least on number seven, if not higher, for this team to have any chance of progressing further. And probably if Devon Conway can get his confidence back, as we have seen
Yeah.
people coming into the IPL out of form, but in CSK they gain a new confidence. And I think Conway
Yeah.
has been part of this team for quite a bit. So I think Sam Curran is not really adding that kind of a contribution to keep his place. Probably if Conway replaces Conway replaces this Sam Curran, and then they have Murli Vijay, not Murli Vijay, Vijay Shankar in place of Deepak Huda. I think they should try this kind of combination as well, just to see how the batting holds up with this kind of a setup. Because in Vijay, you are getting the same kind of it's a like for like replacement. We just have to see who is in a better form, who can give us some runs and a couple of overs if required. So that's the thing they have
Yeah,
to test it out. It's purely
yeah.
experimental.
Noor has
Yeah,
been Yeah, Noor has
phenomenal.
been
Yeah.
scintillating for them. The way that he has been bowling, it's amazing. And that combination with Ashwin, if they give just something to this team with the
Yes.
bat, I think that Noor, Pathirana, Ashwin, Bermuda Triangle is gonna suck up a lot of teams in there because there's just no runs there. But yeah, there's something needs to happen there and
Yeah,
very
the
quickly.
batting lineup needs serious overhaul, serious thinking, what kind of approach they want to have, and just go with the with that and try to experiment with few of the players. I think Rahul Tripathi probably gets one more game because of his past performances, past credentials. But I think if he does not produce anything in the third match, I think then there is a time for replacement. You need to look towards Conway
Yeah,
and doing all those changes, and also Deepak Huda as well. I
yeah,
think probably
yeah. It's imperative for them for Rahul to start performing. If he doesn't, they'll be in a very
right.
tricky situation because they've brought in Sam Curran simply because of the reason that he can finish the games and bowl those middle overs. Because I think the mindset was from very start that Dhoni is not going to be your finisher. He will probably bowl that 3-4 balls. So experienced finisher then is only Sam Curran in there because Jadeja
Yeah.
isn't that big on strike rate as Sam Curran is. So they need Karan in there. If, as you rightly said, if Devon Conway needs to come in, he would only come in place of a Sam Karan or a Ravindra Jadeja,
Yeah,
Rachin Ravindra. So if they want to keep, if they're betting big on Rachin, uh, then uh, then Sam Karan goes out, which will not be very good for their balance. So Rahul Tripathi needs to come good.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's on Chennai. Now moving on to the late starters, as always, Mumbai Indians have a brilliant team, although they were devoid of Bumrah and Hardik in this match, but still they had the talent to show a better promising performance than what they displayed on that night. And as usual, like it's a diesel engine that takes some time to start. And
yeah.
what do you have to say about Mumbai Indians?
Now I think if Hardik played that first game in Chennai, Mumbai would have won that game. It was as simple as that. Hardik is just too good and in too good a form
Yes,
right now with both bat and ball. That they weren't very far behind. It was a good competitive game, and just that Hardik he would have changed that game. Bumrah would still need at least 1 or 2 weeks to come back. When he comes back, this team would be completely different with Hardik and Bumrah in it. Rohit Sharma's form again is a concern which has been for quite a few IPLs now. But Rickelton looked really good, scintillating if in the first few balls
yes,
that he
Rickelton
faced.
looks good, in good
Uh,
touch.
so yeah, he looks really good. So Mumbai again, we don't start really talking about Mumbai even if they've lost their first 3 games because that's just the norm and they start after that. So that's there. I think Mumbai will again catch up with Hardik coming in. I think they win the second game, which is against Gujarat, if I'm not mistaken. I think they would be easy favorites going into that one. I have no
Yeah, they
concerns for
they have
Mumbai. It's a
a
very very solid
right. Yeah,
side.
they have a tendency
Yeah,
to
it's a very
they
very
have a
solid side.
tendency to start slow and steady, but once they
Yeah.
start winning, they
Last year they finished 10th and they had no right to finish 10th because that team last year was also equally strong, if not stronger, with Ishan Kishan also being there. So I don't know how they finished 10th last year. It won't happen this year. They're gonna be very, very
Definitely,
strong.
definitely. They would put up a much stronger performance this time. And before we wrap up the discussion on Mumbai, I would just like to highlight a find of that match. 24-year guy
Oh
called
my
Vignesh
God.
Puthur
Yeah,
from Kerala. I think what a
yeah,
debut he had. And it's just so
yeah,
much promising to see such young spinners
yeah,
coming up
yeah,
from the
yeah. We were talking about it in the preview. Who is their next Piyush
yes,
Chawla? Who is their next spinner? Who is gonna do it in the middle? Because we couldn't find anyone. And here is this
yes,
guy who looks promising enough. We'll have to see him again, obviously, in the next
right.
few games. But if he can continue it, then Mumbai, I think, are sorted in the
Yeah,
middle overs as
definitely.
well.
It's a long-term bet that they have taken. And as we know, Piyush Chawla is not going, not getting any younger. So if Vignesh can deliver a few more promising performances in the upcoming matches, I think they have sorted out this place for a spinner who can control the innings in the middle overs and who can also be a partnership breaker. Like the way he lured Shivam Dubey to hit him straight on the ground and then he got caught. I think these are good signs for Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, they just be a bit concerned with Surya's form because it hasn't been that great over the past few months. Surya needs to come to form and come to form very, very quickly. But yeah, apart from that, I think this team is very good.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next team, which is Gujarat Titans, with a promising firing captain, but still they couldn't turn it into a win. What do you have to say about Gujarat Titans? Because they have the bowling, they have the batting also, but probably it was you can say it was a bad day or an off day on the field, or is it going to be like that in the future as well?
I think their bowling is very, very good, without a doubt. I think we even talked about it in preview that their batting is just for me a bit short. Uh, they depend a lot on Gill, Sudarshan, and Josh Butler, and uh, if if two of them three aren't performing in a match, one alone, it would be very hard for one to do it. So in last game as well, Gujarat did end up coming very close in
Yes.
the match, but that was only because both Sai Sudarshan and Josh Butler had a fairly good inning. Josh Butler, particularly if he would have stayed till the end, I think Gujarat win the game. He didn't, and that's where they lost. So I'm right now not sure about Gujarat. I think it looks a weaker side compared to the others in this tournament. We'll have to see the form of Shubman Gill and Josh Butler specifically because I think Gill will have a good season. I'm just not too sure about Josh
Yeah.
Butler at this point of time. So let's see how it happens. They have a very good bowling lineup. It's just if their batters can come to the party or not.
Yeah, he like the top three are promising, but after that, we don't have a
Yeah,
consistent belief in the middle and lower middle order,
yeah.
whether they would turn up every match or how it would go. Because,
I have no idea how they can sell David Miller and not get somebody of that caliber in the
right,
middle
right.
order again. I mean, Josh Butler is a top order batter. You need somebody with a Miller to finish off the games. Right now, they just
Yeah,
don't
a
have that.
David Miller would have done wonders to this side because now you have Sharfain Rutherford did play very good, but even he was.
It didn't look
Yeah,
that
he
well.
was stuck
Yeah,
against Vijay Kumar Vyashak when he was
yeah,
bowling those wide Yorkers.
yeah,
I think he did not
yeah,
have an answer to that, like how to counter that, and those
yeah,
two over cost
yeah,
Gujarat the victory. Otherwise, they were cruising before that when Joss and
yeah,
Sharfin were batting. But I think yeah, there are some
yeah.
concerns there because then you have Rahul Tewatia, Shah Rukh Khan, and Arshad Khan which you cannot really depend on.
You
Yeah,
can't bank on them. Yeah, you can't bank on them. They would have a good odd game here and there, but they would not consistently win you matches like a
definitely,
Miller would.
definitely.
Rutherford again. That's why I didn't say his name because first of all, I'm very unknown to him. I haven't seen him at IPL before, and secondly, whatever I saw in that first game, I think he was having real problems against the slower ball. And in IPL, you're gonna get a lot of players who will take the ball, pace off the
Definitely.
ball. It would be very
Yeah, he
difficult, I
he
think,
has the
for
power, but
Rutherford.
I don't think he has all the tools to counter different variations.
Yeah,
And a clever bowler would just find those
yeah.
chinks in his armor and
If you're having it difficult against Vishak, when you come up against the like of Shami and Pat Cummins and all
yeah,
these guys, you
yeah,
won't stand
guys
a
like
chance.
Josh Hazelwood and probably even
This year, have you just noticed? I mean, I've started noticing it this year. I think the level has just gone even a bit higher than the last year because there's just no room
right,
for error. 200 is the new 150. You're not comfortable defending a 200
correct,
score
correct.
anymore. And every team is taking you to the clingers, and margins have become very, very,
Very
very little.
little, even if you are scoring a 200 score, you 9 out of 10 times you expect it to go down to the last ball to get that win. You are never secure,
Yeah.
as we saw in this match. Like even after scoring 243,
Lucknow chased 216 overs. I mean, it's just
right?
very, very, very high level of I don't think right now there is any league in this world which is as competitive as IPL is right now. It's just gone to another
Definitely,
level.
yeah. Probably Big Bash is the second best, but I think
No, I even in terms of any other sport, I mean, I keep watching Premier League all the
yes,
time. I mean, it's very, very strong league, but I don't think there's any league that's come close to IPL. And because literally, Rajasthan we will talk about next, and Rajasthan hasn't had a great start, but Rajasthan can beat Sunrisers any day if they want to, because that's just the standard of this league at this
definitely,
point
yeah.
of time.
The parity, the how close the matches come in terms of finish and the results, I think
Yeah,
the competitiveness of the overall tournament, due to the
yeah,
level of players that are
yeah.
playing,
And
it's what makes up a
yeah.
league.
And Yeah, and Impact Sub has just changed. So now there are no crumbles. So Chennai literally crumbled in the last game, but still they reached a disrespectable total on that pitch. Which means because the Impact Sub is probably sitting with the coach before he's going on to bat. He's got clear instructions that we need to focus on the run rate. You don't need to take risks or things like that. So the batting collapses have just stopped. They have just gone out
Yeah,
of the IPL.
I don't see any 110, finish in this season,
Yeah.
because earlier we have seen
No
Hyderabad
chance.
even defending 120, 125
Yeah,
as well with the likes of Bhuvneshwar, Sandeep Sharma, and
no
Rashid Khan. But
chance.
there is no chance of having that now,
Yeah,
because of the impact sub
yeah,
and the way the players attack from ball one. It's bound to at least reach 140, 150 on any given day. So that's the level we are playing at. So yeah, a good achievement.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. Let's then finish up with Rajasthan.
Yeah,
What do you? Because it's your team. It won't be a good experience. The way in which they lost those first two games. Or what do you want to
definitely
say?
it's not a good sight. And Rajasthan is a team which last 2, 3 years they have maintained a record of like starting well, winning first 3, 4, 5 matches on the trot. And this is a team that falters in the middle. And then at the business end of the tournament, they struggle to make to the playoffs, but they always start very well. But I think what has happened this time is they are missing Josh Butler big time. They don't have a reliable opener along with Yashasvi Jaiswal, because Yashasvi Jaiswal is also going on and off in this season, and Butler was the consistent cog in the wheel who used to perform 8 out of 10 times. And even if he is taking his time to get his touch back, he would ultimately deliver with the kind of strike rate that he recovers at the end. I think they are missing him big time. there is I don't see any replacement of Joss Butler in this side, and that's where they have missed it big time. They should have if you are letting go of guys like Yuzi Chahal and Ravi Ashwin, you have to utilize that purse of money that you have left to at least retain the mainstay of your batting order. I think they have done a blunder letting him go. They should have fought for Joss Butler till the end of this world because now they are only left with regrets and nothing can be done to fill those big shoes now.
I mean, Ashwin and Chahal are your Indian
Yes.
spinners. You're replacing them with Teekshana and Hasranga, who are your foreign
Yeah.
spinners. You've already taken up those two spots. Now you need to play Teekshana and Hasranga in
Right.
every game. So and Hetmeyer is your third choice, which whom you will play in every game, but you won't let him bat at top
Right.
of the order. So again, simply like Dhoni, I mean, you're sending rudimentary guys above him just so that you have decided that Hetmeyer will play only 15 balls. I mean, the clarity is
Yes.
missing there. I don't know how that can happen in a team led by
Yes.
Rahul Dravid because one thing that he's very, very clear with what he wants. So I think right now, Rajasthan for me look scaringly bad. Uh, Josh Butler's hole will not be fulfilled in this season, that's for sure. But even Yashasvi doesn't look that great opening, and he hadn't looked that great even in the last year's IPL. So that's a cause of a
Yes.
concern. Uh, Sanju alone will not be able to do it. Riyan Parag needs to have a season which was better than last season, which again is a concern. So and Shamron Hatmar is not getting enough
Yeah,
balls to
definitely
play.
Shimron
So I
Hetman
think
needs to come before Hasaranga. If you want to play Hasaranga, Hasaranga comes at number seven, not up the order. Now they are just doing those experimentations because they don't have the correct players for the correct position. So now they are just trying to make do with what they have in the squad, and
yeah.
which is always a tricky situation. And I'm not even very sure on Nitish
Oh, I mean,
Rana's batting order, how he would perform. I think if you want to experiment, then go with the batting order that he used to have in KKR and play him at number three. Then comes Riyan Parag, then comes Dhruv Jurel, and after that Hetmeyer should come. Guys like Hasaranga and Shubham Dubey should
yeah.
come down the order, not before Hetmeyer because Hetmeyer is now your best bet.
I don't think. Yeah. I don't think you play Nitish Rana anywhere else if you don't
Yes,
play him
yes,
at number three.
that's true.
That's simply he can't play anywhere else. Riyan Parag is very good for your number four. Dhruv Jurel is showing that this season that he has got that big
Yes,
game in him, so he can score a lot of runs, which is good. As you rightly said, it should he should be followed by Hetmeyer. Hetmeyer needs to bat a lot more deliveries. Rajasthan need to sort a lot of things out because at this point of time there are a lot of teams. It's not just Lucknow, but there are a lot of teams who are missing key players who will start returning very
yeah,
very soon. And Rajasthan is the kind of team that wins and loses in
yes.
streaks, and that streak can carry on till a long long time if they don't start winning very
Yeah,
very
I see
quickly.
this season is going to be very, very tough for Rajasthan. Even I would go on lens to say that I see them as the bottom two. That would not be an
Yeah,
understatement because
yeah. That won't. At this
yeah.
point of time, on paper, it looks like they are one of the
Yeah,
bottom two
because
teams. Yeah.
that's the blunder that they have already done, and now there is no uh, going back on that. And probably, if they get lucky, like Lucknow did with Shardul Thakur, if they get some brilliant injury replacement,
Sandeep Sharma is there.
yeah,
Sandeep is there,
yeah,
right?
Sandeep Sharma is there. But in batting, if somehow Nitish Rana
Yeah.
gets injured and they get a brilliant player. Someone like a
Who would?
Mayank Agarwal comes out of the blue and plays that blitz of an innings.
I was just about thinking about him. I was just thinking, Mayank Agarwal has just really disappeared from the
Yes.
circuit. I mean, he used to be the find of Indian cricket, and he's just gone. And so has Prithvi
Prithvi
Shaw.
Shaw has his own sorry tales of fitness
Mhm.
and whatever off the court shenanigans that he does. But yeah, Mayank Agrawal is a brilliant player still, and I believe him in. I believe like guys like Mayank Agrawal, Karun Nair deserve a place in the IPL. Probably teams are not seeing their potential and how they can capitalize them, but they definitely deserve a place in the IPL.
Yeah.
So yeah, only this kind of a magical replacement can do Rajasthan some help. Otherwise, I see them as a bottom two finish going in this tournament.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that is it. So this was the episode, guys. What do you think about it? How are you enjoying the IPL so far? Please tune into this episode and leave your comments below. We will answer them as and when we can. And this is going to be a great and exciting IPL. So looking forward to sharing it with you. It's our second season. So yeah, Divyansh, any last
Yeah,
words
so
before we leave?
just don't forget to tune in to our upcoming episodes as well. We will keep discussing these matches and what's going to happen in future, what ups and downs teams are facing. And yeah, do enjoy this extended long weekend and do enjoy the IPL matches that are going to come up on today, tomorrow, and Monday as well. Have a great day. And this is me and Nishan signing off. Thank you. Goodbye.